Boom! What is up, Waves Capital? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we are going to be talking about how both Bitcoin and Riot blockchain have just broken above very significant lines of resistance. Now, obviously, this is very bullish from a technical perspective, so I do want to discuss a few potential upside price targets for both BTC and Riot over the upcoming fall and winter months, because the new season is off to a very hot start. You guys, not just BTC and Riot, but the markets overall have kicked off the month of October and the official Q4 season with an absolute bang. I mean, the S&P 500, which is the benchmark index for the entirety of the US equity market, is up over 6% in the past two trading sessions alone for its best 2 days in over 2 years. And things are really heating up. Investors are getting optimistic, and I'm sure many of your portfolios are starting to look up. So I know the markets are heating up, but I'd imagine that it's starting to get a little chilly for most of you. So before we dive into the charts, you guys, I want to share this because I just got in with perfect timing in order of 100 pieces of what I call the new Waves Carbon Hoodie, which I'm sure you noticed I'm wearing right now. So I'll make myself a little bigger real quick. Let's expand me so you guys can see the hoodie a little better. Do a little fashion show for you guys real quick. But Waves Carbon Hoodie, you guys, initially I was going to make 3 different iterations of this, of the Waves OG logo, embroidered on hoodies. But I got into samples. This one was of such a higher quality, way heavier, which is fit way better, and honestly just looks sicker. Look at this, you guys. This thing is so, I love this pattern. Maybe it's not for you, but I think this is super sick. And again, it fits well, nice and thick, perfect for the holiday season. Maybe not for yourself, but for a loved one as well. So you guys, this is limited to 100 pieces. I'm sure you can tell that right there, as are all the drops I've done in the past and will do in the future. So get them while you can. Just for you, I did make the promo code YouTube20. This will be live for as long as the pieces are available, which I don't imagine will be all that long. But if you guys want this, you can check out my website. It's going to be the first link down below. And yeah, get them while you can. You got to look the part, you guys. So appreciate it if you do that. Plugs out of the way. Let's dive into these charts. Okay, so Bitcoin has broken above very significant resistance. Not by much, but it has broken. So let's talk about the significant line of resistance. I'm sure you guys already have an idea of what's going on based on the little labels I've put on my trading view chart. But let's walk through it and we'll zoom in as we go. Of course, we have to start with the macro. So Bitcoin's all-time high, November of 2020, at just under $70,000. Since then, as with the rest of the markets, as with all of our growth stocks and portfolios as well, have been in a consistent downtrend. Okay, so this downtrend, a series of lower highs and lower lows, has created the overall downtrend, creating an overall line of resistance. Initial touch point being that high. The second, third, fourth, there's a bunch of touch points over here, really confirming the strength of this line of resistance. And since then, since the second touch point, which created this line of resistance in early April, so months and months ago, we have not been able to even successfully test this, let alone break above it. Okay, so let's zoom in here to today. Okay, today we have officially broken above this resistance. At the time of recording, we have not closed a daily candle yet. Okay, as you can see here, there's 2.5 hours at the time of recording until we close a daily candle. Now, as I was sharing and explaining to the newsletter group, I'm not going to be convinced of this upside, of a true reversal to the upside, unless we're able to close a daily candle above this. So as you can see here, and again, maybe some traders have it a little higher, a little lower based upon how you're drawing your trend line. But you guys, for my trend line to be really convinced that the bull market is back, that the downside is over, I really want to see kind of a weekly closure above this because bull traps are so easy to initiate in this current market environment, with Bitcoin especially because it's so liquid and international and there's so many whales in the mix. They can initiate bull traps, which is where you trap optimists into thinking that, oh, reversal's back, the trend is broken like we're talking now. Upside is inevitable, okay? We've seen this many times in the past. Just because the trend line has been broken, which is technically bullish, and most of the time does lead to a breakout, especially with Bitcoin. Bitcoin especially, you guys, for the reasons I just listed, it's not guaranteed. Okay, so realistically, from like personally, I know there's a lot of week left, but I really want to see a weekly candle closure above this long-term trend line. A day is not enough to sell it, and if we're able to break back, I'd say if we're able to break back for sure above 23,000, then I think at least a run up to 28,000 is possible. So again, you guys, take this breakout with a grain of salt. We have not even closed a day above it yet. By the time you guys are watching this, you will know. So if Bitcoin is above 20,500, I'll say just to play it safe, that would constitute, in my mind, a successful daily closure above this overall line of macro resistance, which once again, very, very bullish from a technical perspective. And that could lead to some very, very exciting price action in the future. As with the rest of the market, you guys, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, Tesla, Apple, the mega caps, you guys, I do remain skeptical that this upside can persist. So just keep that in mind. But right now, investors are feeling optimistic. Things are looking up. Therefore, that's the lens I want to record this video through, okay? It's been a little dark lately. I want to spice it up. I want to lighten it up a little bit in here. Okay? Warm it up. All right, so again, when it comes to upside price targets, in the case that we do manage to break out, I think that Bitcoin, at the very least, and this is what I was thinking was going to happen for months already, but again, time is really the big factor. You can be completely right about an upside or downside target, but from a trading perspective, to be a successful trader, you have to time it correctly. So just keep that in mind, little PSA to throw in there. But I do think it's inevitable at some point, whether it's now, whether it's November, whether it's December, at some point, maybe it's 2023, maybe it's in the new year, at some point over the coming just 6 months or so, just play it safe. I do think Bitcoin will need to retest the prior low from this overall downtrend. And again, this prior floor, which I do think will come into play as a new ceiling, this green line right here, and even the cyan line at the very top, which is my price target range for BTC, being that previous low, is going to come into play. Again, when is the big question? When's the $1 million question? If you're trading massively leveraged options, I guess $1 million. But when is, the $5,000-$6,000 question? But ultimately, I do think that we will retest this prior low as a new high, bringing us to at least $27,000 to $28,000. Hey, again, if we close the daily above here, very technically bullish. Maybe it happens over the course of the month in the next couple of weeks. So time will tell, you guys. Stay optimistic, but stay cautious as well, because although, and I said this in this morning's newsletter as well, although a couple sessions of upside, and like manic upside at that, can easily initiate some bull traps and initiate, again, manic levels of optimism, which are obviously unhealthy if they're manic, irrational levels of optimism, given the fact that the macro remains very, very uncertain. And really nothing has changed aside from some speculation around the Fed easing up, which is very, in my mind, unlikely to happen. Okay, so take this upside with a grain of salt. Stay cautious. Just stay looking at your own charts, and but yeah, stay optimistic, because fall, winter months are always fun. Hey, Christmas, where things are a little recessionary. Maybe Christmas isn't going to be that hot, but again, stay warm. Keep it warm and do your best to, just trade as rationally and reasonably as you possibly can through this time. Okay, so that said, let's talk about Riot. Riot has been in, this is a lot less macro of a downtrend. This is definitely a shorter term downtrend, but it does span all the way back to August. Okay, so going on 2 months now. Was the peak? Was that peak? Good times, thought growth stocks were back, the party's back. Nope, fake out, bull trap, which might be what we see now, hopefully not. But again, Riot setting the high on what we over at Waves Cap have been eyeballing for a long time, this potential bull flag in Riot. So bull flag is a parabolic move up, bull flag, two wave, a little more two wavy, honestly, because this isn't as parabolic as a move. It's actually a pretty organic move to the upside. So maybe two wave. Again, big move up, followed by a descending triangle pattern. Descending triangle, lower highs, but not really lower lows, okay? Lower highs, but we have a solid base creating that descending triangle pattern, all right? Riot has just closed the day and is up well in after hours at the time of recording. Closed the day above this line of resistance that it's been in once again since those August highs, since those local highs. That's very bullish. Riot's broken resistance. This does look to me like a bull flag, and you guys know the bull flag, the two-wave pattern, is our favorite pattern over a waves cap. So this is potentially very bullish news. And where do I think Riot's going to go? Similar to Bitcoin, I think the recent lows, the last series of lows in the overall downtrend, in the macro downtrend, series of lower highs and lower lows, okay? I do think this level around $12 to $13, just call it $12.50 to $13, is going to be my target range. Of course, every trader and their mom is going to be looking at this level right here, $13. So you guys, if you're trading this, start taking profits, $12.50, $12.75. You got to front run the competition, okay? Again, you got to play the game theory, the psychological aspect of trading. Of course, if you're just holding shares, that's awesome. As I've been saying, Riot at $5, I think I made a video, Riot at $5, $6 is like the buying opportunity of a lifetime. I still stand by that. I've held all my Riot shares. I still have bought more Riot shares at the bottom around here as well. So, if you're a long-term believer, just hold, because I think the asymmetric risk profile of Riot at these levels is just inarguable. I mean, Riot in single digits is an easy buy for the long term in my eyes. It's so obvious. But if you're trading options, if you're trading like we are over at Waves Cap, if you're trading options and you think Riot could see $13, again, start taking profits, $12.50. All right, that's just kind of how I think personally. So that is my Riot price targets. Of course, I will keep you guys updated. And if you do want updates daily on Bitcoin and Riot, because I've been doing that along with all of our other favorite growth names, anything I feel like is necessary to share with you guys on a daily basis. And of course, if you want to know how I'm trading my personal portfolio and what my entire personal portfolio looks like, first link down below. So you got this guy and this link down below as well. That'll take you to this page, complete portfolio daily newsletter. Obviously click on that one. This is going to entail, when you sign up, everything you read here for the pricing plan you choose. So to each their own. I'll let you decide which one of these best suits your needs. You can always unsubscribe, but I trust you'll be sticking around, and welcome to the winning team in advanced. All right, calling that a day. That was a fun video, and I'm really excited for what the months ahead have in store for Waves Capital. And please let me know what you think about the markets down below, what your rationale is. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Have you been loading up? Has the portfolio been looking up? And again, I know you guys have been making some money over the past couple of days. So, you know what? Make some money in style. All right. I'll catch you guys downstairs in the comments, and I appreciate you for watching. Till next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace, team.